Hello lovely people, I am being supervised, as you can see, by the little fairy muse. This is Layla's book review. Hello Layla. Right, yeah, that's enough of that. Her tail's going. She's like, oh, what are you doing, human? Leave me alone. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the other book that I bought for the cover, which I bought it at the same time as Stephen King's Sleeping Beauties. And Sleeping Beauties, you might recall from, I think it was about the first video I did, it was, physically it's a very beautiful book, and I really wanted to like it because the concept was fantastic, but it wasn't, to me it wasn't a great read. I didn't enjoy it all that much. So when I had this other beautiful book, which I also bought for the cover, I was really quite worried that I wasn't going to like it that much. Not that having a beautiful cover stops the book being beautiful, but you know, essentially because it is such a build-up in my mind, because obviously the other book I bought was Philip Pullman, La Belle Sauvage, the first volume of the Book of Dust, and I adored his Dark Materials. Those books were just, they were so beautiful and so well written, and I loved the characters, I loved the idea of the daemons, I loved everything about them. And in fact, that's only the second time a book has made me properly cry. The first one being Once for Warriors, which I read when I was a teenager and was just so heartbreaking that, yeah, that one got me as well. So his Dark Materials is just a really special set of books for me, and I was just so scared of reading this one because I thought, it was not going to be any good. And as you can see, it is a stunning cover. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. And so that's also kind of scary because I didn't want to ruin the cover. As you can see inside, it's all covered with lovely glittery dust. And I don't know if you can read that on the back, but it says, "Ah, it's a proper canoe," said Lord Asriel, as if he'd been expecting a toy. Malcolm felt a little affronted on behalf of La Belle Sauvage, and said nothing as he turned her over and let her slip quietly down the grass and onto the water. So, the Book of Dust series takes place before his Dark Materials, and it's about how Lyra comes to Oxford, or this book is, how she gets taken to Oxford. And it's a good book. Okay, I won't say it lived up to his Dark Materials, but then that's just a ridiculously spectacular standard to try and live up to, really. So, but it was good. It was an enjoyable read. The characters were engaging. I liked them. It's quite slow to get going. It's quite gentle. There's lots of little things happening which are sort of building up. And then when it really gets going, it is quite fraught and full of danger and full of excitement and that sort of thing. It was a little... There were moments where I'm just kind of thinking, what's going on? Who is this person and where have they come from? There was these sort of weird magical beings which popped up here and there during this huge flood that occurs. And there were a few moments where I was just like, I don't know what's happening here. But it was still good. And I also did wonder, if I hadn't read his Dark Materials, if I'd have really known what was going on. Lord Asriel, fine, we know he's Lyra's dad, and that's okay, but the bad guys, the Magisterium, we don't... I'm really not sure if it's really explained in here who they are, or if I just know that from reading his Dark Materials. So you definitely have to sort of read after his Dark Materials, I think, to really sort of get into the story and grasp it. But it is beautiful, and I loved the description of the whole area around London and this alternative Britain, it was fantastic. That bit I really did enjoy. And yeah, some good new characters, and really nice to be back in that world. So yes, this one was worth buying for the cover. I will buy the next one. And so my confidence in pretty covers has been restored. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. That's all for today. Layla can say goodbye now. Bye, Layla. She's very impressed, you can tell.